things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Boston College Eagles offense will go to work first. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Grab behind the line. It's Harris. Breaks into the open. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Beckett. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throw him the football. That's when he catch it, big fella.
The give from the gun. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. So Stanford's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Kennedy. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got a...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a...
There he goes! Nice move. Creates some space. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. And the Golden Eagles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the air on 1st down. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run play action. Using the quick game. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
It's really easy to be a quarterback in an offense that runs the football and then runs play action. It makes it simple. It makes the reads easy. It sucks the linebackers and safeties up where I can just make plays right behind them.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked down behind the line, it's 2nd and goal from the 7. Dropping back, it's Wallace. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got 2nd and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got 3rd and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative?
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process. And
he's got some space. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
This time on target. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Boston College has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They'll try to power their way ahead. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do they do most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
7, Boston College, 3.
He'll bring it out. It's Jones. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you can see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Got the quick completion. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense gets set for second down. Reads it, fires complete. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Looks as if Stanford will have enough for the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Quick release by the QB. On his feet at the 40. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw, it's Kennedy. Back open in the middle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, and the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow. The confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal. The rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
Trying to march their way in. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. His big tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I'll tell you, this defense, they've looked really good with their backs against the wall. When they get down in their own end defensively in the red zone, they really just seem to tighten.
Touchdown, Cardinal! Great job by the back on the option.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Stanford, 14. Boston College, 10.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Back to the ground game on the left. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll try the run. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Boston College will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Quickly to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Stanford could choose to go for it all here on 2nd and inches. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
Looking for the goal line. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
21, Boston College, 10.
Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one.
Turning it on! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. It's Wallace. Makes the grab. It's Harris. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. BC back to work after picking up the 1st down. With the catch, it's Hubbard.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver there on the slant throw. Gets across the defender, makes the nice catch, hauls it in.
2nd down, he'll throw it. That's caught. It's Johnson. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
That's caught. It's Hubbard. The Golden Eagles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. 6th play of the drive coming up. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking to throw, it's Wallace. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some...
And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been taking in some scene there today in Chestnut Hill. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Ivory. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
So that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Rifles it down the middle. Catch inside the 25. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. They'll try the right side. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking...
Touchdown, Cardinal! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The play-action fake. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And this is what's so great about play action. The run fake sucks those linebackers up, and it just creates so much more space for these receivers to operate. Beautiful execution by the offense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. And the Golden Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gibson on the option. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Kennedy. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face third down.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB. Finally getting some pressure. Finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. And the returner will be knocked down. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. A lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Wallace. They're setting up the screen. And the ball's loose in the backfield. A offense scoops it up and still going. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Boston College will send out the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the returner goes down. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. BC has it back and the Eagle offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Hubbard. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Back to throw, it's Wallace. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground, but you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They go to the ground. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Well, no mystery on that play call, right? You got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field and bleed this clock, and you got to start thinking about where are your best run-it-runs. Which side of this offensive line is the strongest? Which guys defensively do you want to attack so you can take as much time off the clock as possible?
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. Oh, he just held it. It's a fumble.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The Golden Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Wallace. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good game before the stop is made. And the Golden Eagles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Throws to the back. Pulls it in. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The Golden Eagles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find them.
Touchdown, Eagles! Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think Jesse's...
There he goes! They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Off the RPO, complete. Touchdown, Stanford! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jones. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Pulls it in down the sideline. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to them.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
To the wideout. Gain of 17 on the play.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scramble.
Got enough space. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Stanford.
And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Back to pass, it's Kennedy. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it from here. For David